Yeah, everyone, this is Thermite, and this is High Rise Invasion, Volume 8. On the cover, we have Jailer Mask looking super cute, and Swimmer Mask looking super buff. I mean, they're just a good combo. I love seeing them side by side. I like Jailer Mask more, though. Like, especially her lavender hair. I really like characters with violet slash lavender slash purple hair, so that's an automatic bonus. It fits her really well. So, man, and I can't get over it. I can't get over the awesome contrast between the two of them. I don't even like Swimmermask that much, though. Like, I appreciate the bulge, I appreciate the tight muscles, but he's so big that it's almost comical, especially next to her. Like, it looks weird almost. So, whereas, like, her design is more succinct, I suppose. There's more going on with it, too, because she's actually wearing an outfit as opposed to just trunks. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Speedo, but it's not the best. It's not my favorite design. Anyways, so we did a lot of stuff last volume. Right now we're starting off with with Rika. They just got to Yoshida's place, so what will happen here? Risk of death is still not over. Masks manipulated by that person attack. Yeah. That said, though, like, more of them just really need to run across the bridge. Once they're over on this side, like, I guess they can't cut the bridge. I was gonna say, like, they could do that, but then they'd be stranded. But just getting over at the very least. Actually, no, never mind. I was thinking about it in the sense of, like, it'll be easier to defend themselves, but no, it's the opposite. They need to protect this bridge. If this bridge gets taken down, they could end up trapped over there. And, like, I know it'd be tricky to get masks over once the bridge is collapsed, but still, I think it would be possible. Like, it would really just lock in all the normal humans there. Man, this dude looks so boring. Like, I mean, at the very least, he's old. The most generic design here is probably the schoolgirl with the size. Just because, schoolgirls, there's a lot of schoolgirls in the series already. It's a bit overdone. I do appreciate that her outfit is different, though. Oh, wow. That power drill was at that time. My gosh, that's a callback. Okay. I feel like there's definitely more going on, though. Like, Racket Mask isn't here, which makes sense, because he would be much better suited at, firing projectiles. Ah, I messed up. My condition is more critical than I thought. Oh, no. Yeah, he's been pushing himself real hard. He needs a rest. I also do appreciate that that was done intentionally, like, specifically to draw a parallel to Yuri. It's really hard to stay cool like that person. That person who is absolutely Sniper Mask. Oh boy. I don't think I actually speculated on who I thought Sniper Mask was, did I? Because I've always assumed it's either like it can't be their dad or anything. That's too close. Like, that's so obvious that, like, it'd be really weird to treat him the way they have so far. It has to be just like a older mentor figure, like a teacher or something. Oh, geez. All right. I mean, he's carried you this far. You've got to just fight on your own for now. Or not even on your own. You've got 2 masks. Just take on that final mask, then help the other masks. Oh. Okay, so it's even like he specifically decided to select to fight off the strongest angels. So Drill Angel would be the weakest one here, the one that the humans are most likely able to beat on their own. Okay, things are running along smoothly as per that person's instructions. Oh man, yes. Nani? Is she gonna, like, blow herself up or something? Or I guess they could just drag him off the roof, perhaps. Oh, jeez. Alright, Swimmer Mask. Actually making an appearance, too. I honestly, like, we didn't see him next to Jailer Mask, so I kind of just assumed he was still there, but even then, that means that she's unprotected, right? Or no. I guess Racket Mask would still be there. And she is also a mask. Like, she doesn't need to be protected. Oh no. Like, this was their plan. They wanted to kill off the monk mask because he is the strongest. So this is it. It's rip time. Also, that's interesting to note. Like, his weapon is mixed martial arts. Like, his body and the fact that he is a swimmer does, like, play into it. But, like, the weapon he was assigned is specifically martial arts. That's interesting. Does this also mean that the different masks, like, they have wardrobe areas where they can, change and undress and whatnot. Does that mean that, like, if a mask loses their weapon, they have to go get another of that weapon? Like, they can't improvise? Like, unless their fighting style involves improv, for instance. Oh, jeez. Once they're broken, the masks have no choice but to die. That's a pretty rough move, too, because, like, I'm attached to Monk Mask. Monk Mask was a cool dude. I mean, sure, he was only following orders, but he was cool because he protected our main cast for so long. Or, not even our main cast, Rika's party. Oh, yeah, this entire time. Oh, Monk Mask, he's still there, right? Oh my god, that's so cool. Like, he knows her name this entire time. Like, even though he was being controlled at the same time, like, he was genuinely on their side as a human being as well. Even if he couldn't do anything, like, even if he didn't have his will. That's so cool. Man, Monk Mask is such a cool dude. Come on, they need to kill Swimmer Mask here. Like, if he survives, then that's a net loss. If they at least get rid of Swimmer Mask, that's, that's one strong mask down on either side. Oh boy. Okay, they at least got rid of Drill Mask. Catch the human alive and bring him to me. This does, it is probably the best thing that the story could do, though. Because Rika's party was very much dependent on Rika. But now they don't have to be. Like, now that they're here at the base, they can be their own, like, they can be their own faction now that we can still follow. But then we also have Rika, I assume, who is going to meet the final boss. Or not the final boss. This is a long series. I doubt we're meeting the final boss now, but, like, the current main antagonists. Okay. And so, like, she's not even, like, it's not that she's not expendable or anything. If he had lost, she would have had to jump in herself. We lost 4 masks. Among them, 3 were sacrifices. Also, we turned over information on Mr. Swimmer, a trump card. Sure. I love that that's confirmed now, that Swimmer is, like, the strongest one they have. I can't disobey the command from the person who came close to God. So, like, it's not even like, she wasn't even going to do something disobedient. She was just thinking about it. Like, I wonder if it was worth doing that. Nope. Like, it's not even a possibility. She can't even think against that order. That is nuts. That does suck, though. Like, I feel for him, honestly. Yoshida's been a cool guy this entire time. He's been trying to do his very best. But he tried to, he tried to help this party, and he fucked up. The person he wanted to meet the most got abducted, and he lost one of his strongest masks doing it, too. Like, I honestly think he probably started off with Monk Mask. Like, Monk Mask was almost certainly the first one he controls. Oh, that reminds me of. That's interesting. So, yeah. He started off, like, he had already spawned with the blank mask or something. And in this moment, he had the thought of, I don't want to die, and that's what caused it to activate. That's interesting in its own way, because it implies that some people who are close to God might have just killed themselves, like, right off the bat. Like, you could be lucky enough to get all the proper programming, but if you're weak enough to kill yourself immediately once you see once you're afraid of the masks, then it doesn't matter. Like, the mask, like, that programming won't help you not jump off the building. It only kicks in once you're staring down death. Okay, the ability to not get attacked by angels is different from the ability to control angels. That's neat in its own way. Like, I assume, yeah, of course it could be overridden by someone who is also someone close to God. Like, I assume if Yoshida were to tell, like, a mask to attack Yuri, for instance, that mask would attack Yuri. Like, even if she activated her ability to not get attacked by angels. Oh, man, I really love that specifically because, like, I could see someone like Rika, actually, getting a lot of mileage out of not being attacked by angels, but while not being able to control them. Like, just being able to move by them like a ghost, or, get into really close range and then kill them. Alright, I can manipulate masks who have matching wavelength. But yeah, he fucked up. I mean, I keep on saying that he fucked up, but that's just what he's thinking. Personally, I think he did as well as he could have. Like, this was great. He came so far, and I appreciate that he took that big of a risk to help other people. Yeah, you've got allies now. Like, no matter what. Like, this is the karma. This is, like, it's going to pay off. Even if you've lost some of your masks, you are not alone anymore. They will do everything they can to help you. And even Dad's like, yeah, how should I say? He looks like a failure. It's just written on his face. Okay, going back to Yuri. Why can't I launch that ability? Which one is he trying? Okay. I mean, it makes sense though. Like, it would really break her part of the series if she could, not be attacked by masks. I could see that being something that Rika can unlock, but not Yuri. Like that, and also even with the wavelength thing, like even if she can control some masks, of course there'll be a ton that she can't control. His weapon is a log. It's ridiculous. This isn't right. It's far from the image of the person who came close to God. I do love that that's her like signature technique now, though. Like it's not even a punch. It's not even using her gun. She just throws people. She also didn't kill him, which is interesting. I mean, I do appreciate that she's still not a killer. She kills if she absolutely has to. That's also a neat way of putting it. I became stronger, but my strength hasn't powered up. Like, she still gets very tired. It's just that her upper limit when it comes to her strength is super, super high. Hmm. Okay, and she can't. Huh, so she straight up can't control masks at all. Like, maybe she needs to find, like, the first mask that she can control for that to be unlocked. And we are back. Sorry about that. Took a little while, but this was a good place to pause it. I've been thinking a bit about, the fact that Monk Mask is dead. So, where do we go from here? Oh, no, don't talk like that. I can definitely empathize with her though. Like I've been in that situation. Not in the this person died to help me situation, but like specifically in a situation where it's like, "Oh, well, that person, was eliminated or something and they were much better than I was." Like was it worth it? It probably wasn't worth it. Especially with how cool Monk Mask was and the fact that even when his mask was broken, he still wanted to help her. Okay, I'm glad that she was able to reverse her thinking on this because, yeah, like he did put all that energy to saving her. So the least she can do is stay around for him and do some of the good that he would continue to do. Huh, it's interesting that Deli Mask is like actually relieved by it. I'm interested to see like the freedom that certain masks have. I guess all the masks that have been possessed by someone have also become more free and open in the sense that we've seen them acting more free. I guess because whenever we see the non-controlled masks, they're usually attacking someone. Like I guess though, even those masks are probably a little more casual as long as no one's looking. I do appreciate the vibe of the survivors right now, where everyone's kind of like, "Oh man, like we lost someone important." Like with Rika's party, it's Rika, and yeah, with Yoshida, it's the monk mask, and I guess for her, it's both actually. Yeah, he is legitimately super vulnerable, but that's why you've got to protect him. Like, oh wow, that's actually a really cool connection. Hmm. My left eye was smashed by a slotted screwdriver mask. Then Hundreken looked at my left eye and he said this: "You didn't lose your life, you lost one eye." Ah, that is legitimately a good line. Like, as chuny as Rika can be at different times, I do really appreciate, like, how he fits into this world. It fits because, like, a normal human being doesn't work very well in this world. Like, you have to be a little bit chuny in order to, in order to thrive here, I should say. I didn't want to waste it. I needed to make up my mind to survive. That's what I learned. I guess this is going to be a moment that'll shape most of the casts. Like, I guess everyone can learn something from this experience, like regardless of whether they get Rika back or not. Yeah, like he definitely would have said that. Like he would have definitely like understood the enemy and then also like understood what all their actions meant. He would have said like, we should have done it better, but he would have been supportive. Ooh. Okay, from the standpoint of the person who came close to God, I want you to explain the situation to his little sister. That too, like, now Rika is out of the picture, assuming he's still alive, like, I highly, highly doubt he's going to die off screen. He is no longer going to be updated. Like, in terms of the, information control here, these guys will all be updated on the fact that, Yuri is now someone close to God. He won't, though. So there could be eventually, we could have a big scene where Yuri comes in and saves him, and he doesn't know what's going on at all. Like, again, I really can't blame him for this. He is a dad. And I do appreciate that he is getting her input as opposed to just, going over her head. I don't think it's a good idea to judge people by their looks. Wait a minute. Eh? Father? I guess she did mature a bit when she saw the person she likes, like, essentially die. Like, not really die, but he's gone now. Probably he's someone great. Oh no, I'm getting nervous. That's true. I didn't think we'd get it in this volume, but yeah, she is going to go back and see, like, yeah, the two parties are going to meet in this volume specifically. That's exciting. But if I really hope she takes this call when she's in that room, but I guess not. I guess she has to do this first. Oh boy. I also really do appreciate that, like, she is a Brocon. This translation doesn't make it completely obvious, but, like, it is pretty obvious at certain points that, yeah, she's a Brocon. Mm, oh boy, this is some good dramatic irony. Yeah, I'm glad that they're not, like, they're saying it as clearly as possible. Not like he was dead or we don't know what happened, just he was abducted as a hostage. This is the difference between any normal girl and Yuri. Oh boy. I guess one thing I dislike about the translation is that, like, if it's a very obvious error, it annoys me, but with this specifically, the fact that when they say the person came close to God, sometimes they'll, like, say it in a way where it's clear that there are multiple, but a lot of the times they'll use the tenses to imply that there's just one. Like, that just feels really weird. Oh, geez, actually. Yeah, that is a problem. Or no. I get Yeah, if she doesn't have the ability to stop masks from attacking her, then I guess Sniper Mask will instinctively try to attack her. Like, it all comes down to whether he can be commanded to not attack her. Because we know that she can't command masks, and she also can't, like, use the command that stops masks from attacking her. Also, we haven't actually considered the idea of two people who are close to God working together. Like, is there going to be a difference there? Is it just like, it's either of their commands both work? Can one of them override the other? Can they access things that they can't access alone? Oh my gosh. Nisei's so cute here. Like, she's so worried. I guess this is one thing that I really don't see a lot in like post-apocalyptic series. I know this isn't strictly post-apocalyptic, but it has a lot of that same vibe. The characters aren't cute enough. That feels so weird to say, but it really does make a lot of like, especially Yuri and Nisei's, like, schemes or the points when they're worried or the points where they're scared. Like, it helps a lot that the art style is cute and the characters themselves are also cute. Like, it just makes it more digestible, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and just by talking to her, he was automatically hyped up. I mean, she's really not like her brother in a lot of ways, but I do think they have this, like, this aura of being competent that kind of carries over. Although, to be fair, I can even say Yuri's is probably something she got from Rika. Because in the early volumes, before she first called Rika, she was also pretty shaken up. Like, after she started talking to him was when she started to be more, like, solid. And when she was able to do, like, when she was able to, like, commit bluffs and stuff. Yeah, his motive is kind of negative, but I really do hope everyone can, lean on each other. There's a lot of potential in this party. They just need to galvanize. If it's a game, she will be the legendary heroine. What a way to look at it. Wow. Oh man, this is a part of her we have literally never seen before. Like, from chapter 1, like, at the very least, she was compelled by this desire to, to see her brother. She was scared, but she was alone. Like, she hadn't lost her brother at all. It was just, maybe he's around, or, maybe he's not in this world. Either way, I want to see him. If he's in this world, I want to meet him. This is the first time she's really been confronted with the fact that, oh yeah, he might be dead. He might be gone. Ah, I am so interested to see what happens here. Okay. Well then. Well then. Also, this is the Yuri that our second party is gonna see. That's a bit worrying. Like, if it was just Nisei, I feel like she knows Yuri and, like, well enough that, like, she'd be freaked out by this, but she'd be able to roll with the punches. But if this is your first impression of Yuri, like, my gosh. Man, she is snapped. We heard something faintly, couldn't we? Something like a woman screaming? Okay. Did she just show up like completely insane looking? No, she just jumped right over. Also, first instance of like legitimate censorship that I can think of. I might be wrong. I don't remember the early volumes that well, but from what I recall, I thought they were all like pretty uncensored. Come on, come on. Make it. Yeah, it was more like howling than screaming. It didn't sound like a human. I mean, I assume Nisei's like her automatic assumption would be Yuri's being attacked by a mask, and that's not strictly true. But Yuri could really use her right now. If I can hear it one more time, maybe I can tell. Oh, I know how dangerous it can be to shout loudly in this world. Still, I want to. Okay, that is inspiring. Like, she's willing to give away her position to potentially have a mask come after her just to make sure Yuri's okay. Not to mention, if Yuri responds with a yell, like, they could definitely be attracting some unwanted attention. Come on. Come on, Yuri, snap out of it. Please, please. Okay, that is very satisfying. Like, we know how much she loves her brother, but to think that, like, over these last 8 volumes, she's grown that attached to Nisei. Like, Nisei was the one person in this world who could snap her out of this. Alright, that's it. She's still alive. But of course, now Jailer Mask is on their case. Oh boy. Also, that was chapter 100. Whoa, I didn't process that. That was a good, like, chapter 100 in the sense that, like, it wasn't an explosive moment, but it was a very powerful character moment. Like, both in the sense that, you know, we got to see this side of Yuri, and then, like, we also got to see that her connection to Nisei is that powerful. Like, it's not what I expect usually when I think of, you know, 100 chapters of a series like this, but I'm really happy they did it like that. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, I assume this mask is probably controlled by the same person who controls Jailer Mask, but oh boy, is that a grenade launcher? What in the heck? And yeah, like if you're just an average person, you like if you don't play video games, really, you wouldn't know what this looks like. That's really my only like. Even then, I guess it could be like a tear gas canister launcher or something. Wait, what? Okay. I'm not a girl's high school teacher. Ah, nice, 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 nice. Seriously, that aim is absolutely unbelievable too. Like in any series where someone can shoot something else out of the air, and even with this, like it makes sense because we know Sniper Mask has like superhuman senses, and because like this is, I assume, a grenade being launched, like either like that or some sort of canister. Like either way, like they'd move slower than a bullet. So like I can totally buy it. Yeah, like it's stretching the very limits of what I'd expect from the series, but it's not too over the top. Okay, yeah, it is a grenade launcher. Okay. So this is like a Yank. Yeah, he is a Yankee. Either a Yankee or like a Yakuza. Or not a Yakuza, like a a juvenile delinquent. Okay. For that person. I do hope I hope we don't do a twist of there are multiple people and their masks all call them that person. Like I do hope that it's just one person every time we say that person. Yeah, okay, good, good, good. Mr. Dagger Mask. Okay. Huh, that's interesting that he's named after his dagger as opposed to like his item or his suit. Though I guess there is no like actual name scheme for the masks. Like at the end of I believe was it volume 6 in the official release? There is this like Q&A thing talking about various bits of information. So we do have it confirmed that like the masks' ideas of what their names are no more canon than the like the survivors, unless it's something like Angel or Guardian Angel. Like that's clearly a tier above in terms of information. Like that's just part of the rules of the worlds. But they're like individual names like Dagger Mask or Sniper Mask are all Like, they're equally valid, regardless of where they come from. It is interesting, too, that it seems like some of the masks are, like, they are masks, but they also get to, like, how do I put this? They're not just being possessed by the person who controls them, but they still have, like, some of the abilities, or, like, they can command other masks. They have some sort of hierarchy there. Oh, like, these 2 pages are fantastic. Nisei knowing that she can't really do anything, but, she still has to keep up her guard in case she has to run one direction or the other. Sniper Mask is like, well, you know what? I'm gonna try. Not sure if I can, but I'm gonna have to give it a shot. We've got, oh man, I forgot her name again! But, alright, Ojo-sama just deciding, well, I guess I'll have to use the railgun. Like, there's no other choice. And then after all of that, he zooms up and he sees that that Yuri is right there. It's such a good ensemble moment. Like, because we get a focus shot of literally everyone. She really does look great, too. Like, I do appreciate how her design, like, how do I put it? Back in, like, volumes 5 and 6, when she was pretending to be evil, she had this very intimidating look to her. And I thought, like, oh, it's funny that you can make her look that intimidating. But now that, her brother has been kidnapped, I feel like we're going to see that melded into her actual personality. Like, she really will be this worrying all the time. I also really appreciate her school outfit for, like, its versatility. It can look really goofy at times, but it also has this, like, especially the buttons here. It looks kind of like a military uniform, just vaguely. Which, to be fair, as many, many, many series have pointed out, sailor uniforms are based on military uniforms. Like, that's the whole point. That's why they're worn in Japan, but still. This underwear is Honjo-san's. What a, like, for this chapter, what a strange way to end it. Yeah, something's off about her. I heard her response from further away. I've just heard her reply now. It's okay. Yeah, okay, so that's it. It's not specifically her personality. It's the fact that, she's activated her super abilities. Yeah, and now that she has strength, she can use it. I became a super Yuri-chan now. That's such a weird way of phrasing it. Don't worry, I became a super Yuri-chan now. Oh? The order to masks is weaker than usual. What's that about? Is it because he spent so much time around someone close to God? Because that could also explain why it is that, like, the whip mask or the current, like, Boncho mask, I guess. Or I guess, is he just called the knife mask? Like, knife mask is, like, more sentient than others. It might be because of that. Like, if you stay around someone close to God for long enough, you gain more and more of your individual personality. And then after that, you become someone who can, like, control other masks. Like, that'd be a good way of amping up the scale of the series. Because right now, like, we're not scared of, like, Jailer Mask, like, the person who is above Jailer Mask. Jailer Mask herself is, like, the current main villain. So, in the same way, like, if the series is gonna keep on going like this, I could definitely see a setup where we have one person who's, like, the closest to God, and then their masks below them, and then those are, like, the main villains we have to fight, without even touching the person above all of them. Okay, she was able to sense it. Ooh, what? If she can control one of these 2 masks, that'd be pretty amazing. Okay. Everything to me as that person desires. But is he laying down suppressive fire, or did he shoot a knife mask? Okay, no, he is actually firing properly. Darn it. Okay, the self-reinforced ability. Oh my gosh, can she shoot all of them out of the air? Holy crap. And yeah, that really does make her feel different than anyone else who is close to God. Like, it's so very different. It fits her really well, though. Like, the ability to control people is something that really fit when she was faking her, that she was, someone close to God. But this works so much better for her as a person. It's such a proactive ability because she is, like, such a proactive protagonist. Yeah, you look very sad right now. It isn't triumphant. Even there, when she made a crack, I feel like that was mostly just to, to make Nisei relax. She doesn't seem like she's enjoying herself right now. Right. So now we have at least, multiple goals. In addition to the long-term goal of, destroy this world, become the person closest to God. There's this additional thing of, make sure everyone in our party is safe, and then after that, we've got to save her brother. Oh, yeah. Please, Nisei, explain yourself. Explain this all right now before she shoots Sniper Mask. It's about, I think I'm gonna die soon. Oh, because he sat up. That's also really interesting. That, like, at first I thought it was comedic, but that might actually be, like, a part of his programming. Yeah. Oh, that might be it, actually. Like, if he did it specifically because he wanted to be polite. Oh my gosh. I guess there's also that. Like, if he was kneeling but not standing, then theoretically he shouldn't have been shot from the ground. Like, that's why Sniper Mask had to climb all the way up there. And so that person learned something at the very least. Like, they know that Sniper Mask has a sniper rifle. Like, we've lost a little bit of information there. Yeah, like, I really do appreciate how he was introduced super early, and the series hasn't, like, scaled above him or anything. Like, there are different masks that are all scary for different reasons, but overall, Sniper Mask is still, like, a top-tier mask. Like, one of the most dangerous in the entire series. Nisei. God, I guess I like, with Yuri, I like her when she's serious because it's so very different from her normal, like, sense of self. Like, I appreciate Yuri for how good she is as a self-insert, whereas with Nisei, I appreciate her more for, like, how she can change her personality. Like, how multifaceted she is, I suppose I should say. Alright, we can finally meet her. I'm Kuon Shinzaki. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name Kuon. It's so distinctive. But alright, time for a proper conversation for the first time in a very long time. The high school girls who became close to God finally met. Okay, fair enough. Oh man, that kind of sucks though. Like, I wish that. Yeah, like, I appreciate this as a plot device, or like just as a thing in this universe. Because it means that the full party can never be fully together. But at the same time, like, Sniper Mask makes the most sense as someone who has to stay away from everyone else. Like, he is ultimately a sniper. Like, there's so many good dynamics they can have just by virtue of having the two of them separated. Like, they could even have Sniper Mask be the one who's attacked, and then the others have to try to snipe, to snipe to save him, but they can't. They have to, like, go to him directly, but then if they go to him directly, they're risking the danger of him, of his programming being activated and him having to try and kill them. Okay, fair enough. Like, you may as well be as open and transparent as possible. Like, a big part of the series is information dynamics. If you let me say more detail, I want to save someone I care. Okay, that's a good way of putting it. Like, if she went a little too far with it, I think that the group would have been like, oh, well, she has this weird bias with Sniper Mask. This could be bad. I like that. Like, I like this specific bit of information that she left out. It's just enough to keep things interesting. While at the same time, it creates this powerful parallel between the two of them. I do hope they also mention at some point, like, oh yeah, remember the library? Yeah, we were there. Like, it was fine. Sniper Mask wasn't trying to kill you there either. Oh, that's true too. Like, now that the girls have gotten, like, this close to one another, now that we understand how much they mean to each other, now we have Kuon as part of the party, just to break things up a little. Or not break things up, but shake them up at the very least. Okay, when we finally attain peace, I can finally see Mr. Mask's face too. Like, I really do appreciate that as part of his personality. Or like part of their personality as as a couple almost. That it's not that when we see his face he'll be very recognizable. It's the fact that, like, his face of all the masks is the one that is most mysterious, most ambiguous. I really hope we don't see it here. Like, I want that to be something we only see, like, either when he dies or when they're close to succeeding. If their boss has some sort of control over, like, even the behind the scenes stuff, this could be a problem. Like, if their boss can control one of the angry masks, for instance. Because I assume the idea is that if the masks are back here, they don't fight each other, it's like, it's whatever. But if their boss can infiltrate even this area, then Sniper Mask will die, and they can't do anything about it. Like, they won't be able to know that he's even dead. Okay, just an eye. Fair enough. I can live with that. They'll come and do everything to wipe us out. The true battle is always awaiting, huh? Oh boy. I also appreciated for how, like, all the parties so far have had very interesting silhouettes, if that makes any sense. Like, when it was just Yuri, then it was this lone high school girl. When it was Yuri and Nisei, you had this, like, very Yuri-esque combination of, two high school girls on the run. Then with Kuon and Sniper Mask, it was this great, like, Ojo-sama and, like, guardian slash bodyguard dynamic. And now it's 3 high school girls. Like, if Sniper Mask was there too, I'm sure it would look fine, but it gives off a very different impression. Oh man. Okay, so this is the most censorship we've ever had. Not gonna lie, like, not the greatest. I'm like, it's not even that I want to see her naked, it's just that I am, like, very anti-censorship. Like, if it's just a line or something, then whatever, it doesn't matter, I'm willing to live with it, but, like, this is just straight up erasing part of the arts. I wonder, I guess it's because Manga Box is a, like, all-ages app. That's such a weird, like, I believe Mr. Donut has mentioned this before, but it's so weird that Manga Box is very well known for a lot of gory manga. Like, it's not the thing that they do, like, all the time, but, like, 3 of their most popular series are, like, very brutal. And yet they also, like, censor all of them. It's very strange. Oh boy. Well then. I mean, this is a situation where I don't want either side to win. I know this is going to be a moment that shows off how powerful she is. Like, it makes her an actual threat as well as being, a leader class mask. Especially because, okay, yeah, we can have fun if we just torture and not killing her. Like, yeah, these guys are all going to be screwed. But at the same time, I kind of like the idea of a minor antagonist just being killed off by some randos, like, out of nowhere, just on the sidelines. The main characters never realize that it happens. I must give them salvation. How does she deal with guns, actually? Like, can she use her whip to, like, smack the bullets out of the air? Oh, is that blood? Yeah, it is. For a minute, I thought, like, did she slap the bullet out of, like, one of the bullets out of the air and hit him with the ricochet? But no, it's just the whip. Damn. Oh, boy. Jeez. Okay, so she's got some hella range. And also, all of these were, like, one-shot kills. It's really hard to fight that. Like, I think only Sniper Mask could possibly beat her at this point. If you get anywhere near her range, she can kill you in one strike. Like, obviously, if you can dodge, that's fine. But even then, like, a whip is a weapon made to, how do I put this? You can lash multiple times with the same whip without having to, like, draw it back or anything, as long as it's out and you flick it around. Like, it's that powerful. I don't remember what the exact term for it is, but there's a certain term for weapons like that. In any case, the entire range of the whip is an area where you just cannot enter. Or rather, like, the range of the whip plus the range of her own movement, which is massive for any mask. Like, that basically takes off the entire, top of the building that she is on at any given point. That is insane. Okay, that person's desire is to give all human beings joy. Not the human beings in this realm, but to those in every world. Like, not even just, like, in the original world or something, in every world. So automatically, we have a multiverse now. And we've got this idea, which is ambiguous. Like, maybe there's a sinister way of taking it. There probably is. But maybe it's not. Maybe we'll have to fight someone who genuinely wants to, to improve the world. But our main characters have to kill them because, well, you can't trust it. You can't trust them. The only person you can trust is someone you fought alongside of. Giving those poor human beings joy feels so good. Also, God, wait a minute. I was thinking of it in the sense that, like, how do I put this? I was thinking of it as, like, the person who came close to God said it, like, I want to give everyone joy. But I forgot in, like, the few pages that we, spent not looking at it, that she also perceives death as joy. So I guess that person might just be someone who wants to kill everyone. In which case, that makes it a lot less ambiguous as to, like, whether they're a bad person or not. Whoa. Like, was that... Okay, I guess not. I was gonna say, like, did he just show up, or was there a transition? So this building is your base, where your manipulator is located. Alright. Okay, well. Well then. It is also interesting that, like, that swimmer mask is, like, relatively civil with Rika as long as Rika doesn't resist. I'm super curious to see how this goes down. Like, I feel like it's going to lead to a fight, but I don't want it to, because we already have two separate parties that are all about fighting. I'd like it if Rika could just, like, have a philosophical debate or something. Not in the sense I think, like, that'd be better for the series, but just, like, I think it would be a change of pace. Especially since, like, now Yuri's, like, sliding off the deep end a bit because she's so scared of, what's happening to him. Even though she's been saved from the brink by Nisei, she's still, like, I'm still very worried for her. So, I guess that, and also the fact that now Yuri and Nisei both have, like, superhuman abilities. Like, because of that, I want to see Rika do this differently. And he doesn't have his hammer anymore, so... Honestly, it'd be very, very interesting if Rika ends up working for this person, that man. Like, that would be an interesting dynamic as well. So far, the series hasn't really done anything like that before. Like, there's been betrayals and stuff, but there hasn't been anyone who is, like, who's done, like, some long-term, deception. To be fair, we wouldn't know that. Like, some of the characters we've seen might be engaging in long-term deception, but not really. The closest thing I can think of is honestly Yuri just, claiming to be someone close to God in the past. Because then, like, that doctor still assumes that she can control Nisei. And she could potentially control other masks, even though now we know, like, even though she is now close to God, she can't. Anyways, this was a great volume. It was a wild ride. I I had a really good time reading it. I did get interrupted a few times. At one point I had to go in for a surgery, so it's been a little while since the start of it, but overall it's been a really good volume. In any case, thank you guys so very much for watching. Bye for now. Nya nya!